Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Tonight we're going to bring you some more new inventory that's been coming in over the last month or two that we haven't caught up with on video. Starting with this little 1972 Dodge Dart. Basic, plain, four-door Dodge Dart, which 5 years ago, nobody would have even thought about saving. 10 years ago, nobody cared at all. But what happened? They all got thrown away, they all got crushed, and now you can't find hardly anything for them. So even though it's a four-door, a lot of the stuff will interchange with a two-door, and there's still some people that have clean old four-doors out there that need little pieces for them. Once they're flat, they're not good for much anything. So went ahead and drug this little car in, and it's not a cherry by any means. It's kind of rough around the edges. Even the rear springs are broke in it, and the rear end was loose in it when I got it. But that wasn't a big deal. We picked it up with a loader and sat it over here off to the side until I get time to get my Mopar section resituated and get it put where it needs to be. But we can take a quick walk around the car. Obviously, we got a banged up door and a little rust in it, things like that. The back of the car, I just started taking this car apart the other day. I just pulled the bumper and lights and everything off this car. I put them on eBay. If you do want to check out what I've got going on eBay, Nobody Else's Auto on eBay is my user ID on there also. So, coming down the right side of this little car, right side's a little better. It's a little straighter. Not banged up as bad as the other side was. And like I said, just a green four-door Dart. Nothing that anybody would have even really thought about saving even 5 years ago. But we got to start saving some of it or there ain't going to be anything left. Grill's banged up in it, but headlight bezels are good. So the front trim's good. The front bumper looks good. So a lot of savable pieces on this car, and a lot of pieces that'll fit a two-door. Even all the dash stuff is still in it. We peek inside and look at the dash, and all the cluster and radio and everything's all still in this car. So let's take a walk over this way to a few more that have come in recently. Head off past this 59 Chevy Viking, 74 Ford pickup, and I don't even know, we might even need to catch those couple on a video and give them a walk around. I don't remember if we did those or not. But here we are with our 1942 Buick Super that came in recently. Somebody took this car apart years and years and years ago. I pulled this out of an old building. I don't know how many years this car was taken apart, but a lot of it is actually here. We take a look inside this car, and there's a lot of our other parts inside of it. There was even a little bit of new old stock stuff in this car. Fenders, the skirts, all this stuff is in here. So this car is actually way more here than what initially meets the eye, especially being a 42, you know, a very unique car. This car does have trim, so it's not a blackout model, so it was a fairly early built 42. We come around the front, you still see the grill and the bumper. The badge and hood ornament stuff, I already took all that off and put it inside. But still a lot of pretty good trim on it. Has the really unique hood pull handles that had the model cast into them. Really solid because the car's been inside for decades, literally. So we can come on around the back. You know, the back looks pretty good. More parts inside the trunk. So a lot more to this car than what initially meets the eye. So over here to the right, we got a really nice 5152 Ford truck grill too. That's a cool piece. Anybody needs some 5152 Ford truck parts. So now let's roll into a 51 Ford car. This little two-door sedan here, it's rough. I think somebody used this for a parts car because a lot of stuff was already gone off of it. This car had about an inch of dust on it when I found it. So it has been stored inside for years. Obviously banged up on the back, but pretty decent fenders, pretty decent doors. A lot of pieces loose inside of it. The garnish moldings, things like that are all still inside of it. And this car even still had a Fulton visor on it when I picked it up. So I've still got the Fulton visor off this car too if anybody needs a outside sun visor. Come on around the front, the grill's gone, but we do still have a front bumper, and we do have a really good, hard to find 51 only hood on this car. So even though it wasn't complete, there's still a lot of hard to find stuff left on this car that somebody can definitely use. Look down this side, and it's pretty decent too. The door's pretty good. The fender's got a little bit of rust in it, but it's not terrible. It's definitely fixable. So, kind of a wide variety tonight. Quite a mix there for some older stuff and some 70s stuff. But like I said, we're working on saving all the stuff, even some of the stuff up into the 80s and 90s, because it's not going to be there anymore. So, still working on some of the new inventory that's been coming in. Got more of that to bring you. Definitely need to get back into the new yard and keep working our way through there. Tons more cool stuff to see over there. If you're on Facebook, please like the page. Tell your friends about us. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and let your friends know. Love to have them come join us. I enjoy doing these videos. They're fun, but they aren't any fun without you guys hanging out with me. So I appreciate you spending a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me and check out what we've got going on here at Nobody Else's Auto. So, as always, if you have any specific questions about vehicles or parts, you have to call me. 620-786-4428 is my number. I'll post that on the page. And give me a shout if you have specific questions. There's just too many variables between every person's different vehicle and the different type of build they're doing to not have that conversation on the phone and know if I've got something that can help you. So anyway, as always, thanks for being here. Glad you guys took a few minutes out of your night to hang out with me. And we will see you on the next episode. Thanks for being here, everybody.